nigga took us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the did it. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block. I don't wanna block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. They knowing Roscoe? Man, that man.
Politicking, man. Jeff clean his Listerine, man. Clean his Ivory soap. You feel what I'm saying? I done the time. I did that. That's what you supposed to do. When you go in interrogation room, that's what you do. He told you, man, we say the Wayne Carter. What's wrong with you?
After a never-before-seen clip of Young Thug's 2015 police interrogation resurfaced and went viral, the YSL staff finally broke his silence. But to understand Thug's reaction, you first need to hear the part where he seemingly gave up information on Pee Wee Roscoe.
This motherfucker Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This nigga was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the f? That was so weird. This damn nigga took us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the f did it. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block. I don't wanna block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. They knowing Roscoe? Man, that man scrub. I'm like, you right, bro? But I don't know, cause every day they grow ball. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
A tweet that blew up online read, Young Thug came home, cut off all his ties, dropped nothing but mid, and now got exposed as a rat. Crazy scenes. Not long after, DJ Academics weighed in, saying the hip-hop community is now split, half calling it snitching, half saying it's not.
If you ask me that somebody we like snitch, no snitching. Somebody we don't like, all right, we're going to look into it. That's how it goes. The first rule of did somebody snitch is do we like them? Keep telling y'all, it's better be liked than to be right. And let me tell you why. When we like somebody, we make them on top. He ain't tell. Yo, he mentioned his mans did the, but his mans, yeah, but his man wasn't there. His man eventually. You know the favorite one? Yo, bro. Yo, is anybody even locked up because of that? Like, ain't nobody locked up. Yo, bro, he ain't snitch. Ain't nobody locked up because of what he said. How he snitch? You know what I mean? Third one. I love this one. This is like my favorite. He ain't snitch. Yo, he just spun the cops. Like, if anything, he did him a solid. He pointed him in another direction.
The debate became even louder when fans connected Thug's situation to Gunna's. Despite Gunna admitting things in court, most people overlooked it because of how strong his music is. But Pee Wee Roscoe wasn't letting this slide. He fired back online, writing, "You addresses Young Thug supposedly telling on him in that interrogation video."
Politicking, man. Jeff clean his Listerine, man. Clean his Ivory soap. You feel what I'm saying? I done the time. I did that. That's what you supposed to do. When you go in interrogation room, that's what you do. He told you, man, we say the Wayne Carter. What's wrong with you? You feel what I'm saying? No, a statement is this right here. Lineup selective. That's him. He did that. He didn't do that. He did what a taxpaying citizen do. A real street. Kept it solid. Kept it overly real. You feel what I'm saying? Really tried to pull me out the hole. So, I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the PR now, y'all don't remember when I was locked up. Now, let me just show you how the PRs and the internet selective politics. You know what I mean? We're going to keep it real. When I was locked up and Jeff was locked up, we went viral when they was like, that's the type of friend you want. He was like, man, Roscoe ain't told y'all that thing. Yeah, that's the beauty there. That's the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like all those, everybody is in the stateroom, in the interrogation room, and they gave statements.
Young Thug then jumped on Twitter, claiming, "They never used my interrogation video in court because I was protecting my brother, and even hashtag it with #ratware. This mattered because prosecutors in the YSL RICO trial had actually tried to tie Thug to the infamous 2015 Lil Wayne tour bus shooting. Reports even suggested Lil Wayne might be forced to testify about that very incident, the same one Thug was interrogated about.
There's no confrontation-ness to it.
It's not testimonial, Judge.
It's got to be relevant, and it's got to be for a particular purpose. Now, I'm telling you, if you get Mr. Carter in here, then you'll solve a number of your problems.
During the trial, the judge warned prosecutors they may need to put Lil Wayne on the stand if they wanted the evidence to stick. Prosecutors argued Thug ordered the hit on Wayne's bus back in 2015. They even brought the bus driver up to testify. Shaken and emotional, the driver recalled that night in court, admitting he retired from the trauma. On top of that, he's suing Young Thug while Thug still faces RICO charges over it.
Tell the jurors what happened once you got on 285.
Once I got on 285, within minutes, that's when the car came along and started at the bus.
Are you able to discern where the are coming from? Does it come from the front of the bus, the back of the bus, or somewhere else?
They started at the back of the bus. They my engine, my radiator, and just started all down the side of the bus.
And at the time, did you have those passengers? Were those passengers that came out of the club, were they still on your bus as this bus is being up?
Yeah, they were back there screaming on the floor.
But here's the twist. Lil Wayne refused to cooperate. He never showed up, never gave a statement, never sat for an interrogation. Young Thug, however, did. He gave the police his version of events and pointed the finger at Pee Wee Roscoe. That's what really raised eyebrows. Fast forward. Things got worse when Gunna dropped his album, the last one. Thug clapped back with, "Nobody wanna hear that trash," which sparked Gunna to fire off a heated IG story before deleting it, saying, "Be quiet, bro. You unfollowed me just 'cause you ain't on the album." Fans now speculate Thug's anger isn't just about Gunna snitching. It's also because Gunna's contract with YSL ends with that album. Thug even threw shade at a club appearance, straight up dissing Gunna in public.
No, Young Thug ain't even doing subliminals. He's just straight up naming. Hear this. He said, "Yeah, Gotti, he tricked me for some years. I ain't know that was telling." And then he says, "The only reason I with you, Gunna, it was because of Troop." Now, Troop is like some other Atlanta. And supposedly that's how the story of how he kind of meets Gunna. But Young Thug is flat out saying it. I don't rock with these rats. That's what he's saying. He believes they're cooperatives, okay? Now, you know, there's a tasteful way to do it in music, and there's a I don't give a let's crash out drill music type of way where you just say their names and call them rats.
Problem is, that kind of behavior violates his probation. News outlets quickly reported. The state of Georgia has filed to revoke Young Thug probation and send him back to jail. Thug responded by spazzing out on IG Live, going off on Gunna, the feds, and his probation terms.
We ain't even talk about these fake guys and fake houses with these pools and you can get put out of in the next 2-3 years and all that cheese. We ain't even finna talk about none of that. Like, that is the topic of, I guess. Yeah, your spot out right now. You gonna put it on Instagram. I bet your put it on Instagram. Yeah, your house out. On God. You blocked from your page. I'm on your from my fake page. Can't about to black me. I still said you post a picture. That ain't me on that picture. Lane Green. The whole world been thinking that too, man. I'm finna say gonna say something about that, man. That ain't me with that skirt on that with that hat. The man said he got more hits than me and Kendrick. Bro, your ain't got more hits than Kendrick, and you ain't damn sure ain't got more hits or anthems than me. You hard. Why you tripping? And I ride past your house for sale sign up. Now you done went and took your whole money and put down on that goddamn house out there, man. And you couldn't finish paying it off. Now the lady came took her shit back. Now your stupid gotta sell it.
With fans and the industry buzzing, DJ Academics went live, trying to clear the air and explain what's really happening behind the scenes.
Gunna's plan, I'm telling you this is a fact. He always thought Thug would be free. But he thought that once Thug got his freedom and didn't get all those years, granted, I think he got let out maybe a year and a half before Thug. He thought Thug would forgive him. Thug would be like, all right, bro, yeah, you right. Like, what they caught you up on wasn't really, it's all good. You're my mans. You're still. Thug is not letting it go. So Gunna at that point realizes not only is Thug free, there's no place for me on YSL anymore. And there's no love and there's no more returning to that friendship. Gunna always wanted to get back together. Thug never wanted to. And now Gunna has accepted that. What happened is that Gunna had a YSL tattoo. He's now covered it up. You see some flames. This is the new fit Gunna. He's covered up YSL, the snake, and also the word YSL.
Thousands of fans then flooded Thug's comments, telling him to forgive Gunna, pointing out, "You did the same thing, bro. So why the beef?" But Thug wasn't hearing it. Later that night, he appeared unfazed, showing he didn't care about the backlash.
P, that's some pounds, P.
I'm gonna show me away, P. You go pound, go pound, you go make bag.
In that bag.
I'll take.
Go ahead.
That was a huge mistake. The Atlanta DA wasted no time filing paperwork to revoke his probation. Why? Because of his song Money on Money. In the track, Thug dissed both Gunna and the female officer who helped Gunna with his plea. The feds immediately flagged it, adding it as new evidence.
What Young Thug did to have and this is how you know this 4PF is real. Young Thug posted the woman. This is Marissa Vivierdo. He said, biggest liar in the DA office. He posted her, okay? And then he also reposted, all my homies hate Vivierdo. Now, this is someone who is a officer of the law. This is someone who is a government official. When you do that and you're under probation, the government is going to be like, oh, are you sending a smoke signal that people should hurt this woman? That's why they're doing a motion to revoke his shit. Why did he do this? Because she's testifying in the OMF case, and she's basically saying, yo, OMF and 4PF, Lil Baby and them, they're beefing and is dying, and indictment's finna come down.
After the song dropped, the feds zoomed in on his lyrics. These dudes snitch for nothing, and I got to call them my friends. Realizing how serious it was getting, Thug tried to calm things down with a public interview, the first since his release.
I just like to help people, you know.
One of those artists was Gunna. You guys did a ton of songs together.
Yeah.
Very successful on your label.
Yeah.
He was arrested about the same time as you. I think a lot of people wonder what that relationship is like now.
Yeah. I know everybody wondering that.
What's it like?
I don't know.
But the interview backfired. His next viral tweet made it worse. If you a rapper and you rat, just go gospel. Twin. One fan fired back. You're literally not even legally allowed to rap about street stuff anymore. You go do gospel. The reply exploded. Over 100K likes and millions of views. But going viral meant police attention. Soon after, DJ Academics explained that Thug's probation terms were basically a setup, that nobody can go 20 years on probation without slipping up.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they're gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is activity. Well, he's always gonna talk about him and is doing his thing. They might consider that activity. He might be like, yo, me is like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about again. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see this was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody knows Thug was not that weight, so we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.
Then the real reason for Thug's constant Gunna disses came out. Whack 100 claimed there's not just one clip of Gunna cooperating. There's 2 full hours of him in the interrogation room, and Thug has a footage. That's why he's so mad.
Hey Gunna, listen. I'm putting it together. I'm gonna give you some time. I don't know, 24 hours, 12 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 1 hour. I don't know. I'm gonna give you some time though, Gunna, for you to go ahead on and confess. Confess to the world about all the telling you did. You know that interrogation? Yeah, guess who got it? 2 hours? Boy, you was in there talking more than Hurricane Katrina. The only thing he did wrong was let him record him. You know what I'm talking about.
Charleston White even confirmed seeing court files that suggested Gunna really did cooperate. He went as far as to say he respected Gunna for doing what he had to do.
Gunna is out of prison. I never thought I would be happy to say y'all, Gunna is out of prison. Now, I'm glad he got out by telling. I think that was smart, Gunna. I'm a Gunna fan now. I'm gonna tell.
Charleston even said that he would have done the exact same thing during an Instagram Live.
I wouldn't say what Gunna did was a snitch, because Gunna's not a... He made a confession.
On IG Live, Charleston admitted he would have done the same thing in Gunna's position.
Hey man, what you got to tell these people?
Back. Back, Jack.
You feel me?
You did.
Hey man, ain't no cap in it.
No cap in my right.
You feel what I'm saying?
The right way.
It's time.
The right way, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right way.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
And go tell that.
Meanwhile, new police documents hit the Atlanta court system. They included a tweet Thug posted just 1 week after being freed. Wham, let's drop one on these rats. That tweet, aimed at Gunna but sent to Lil Baby, got the feds' attention. Baby replied on IG, "We should." The next day, Thug went back at Gunna. "Stop acting like we friends online. I don't know you." Gunna's brother shot back. "Trust me, the feeling's mutual."
The streets are so atrocious. Young Thug told everybody that Gunna was a snitch. I'm telling you this, I don't give a if you believe me. That's what he sent to. Or he sent a message to Dirk, Baby. There's a few other rappers that just won't call their names. Just because some of them just told me in privacy. All of them rappers start not fucking with Gunna, speaking out, they're chilling away. Thug got out, Gunna kinda hot. Ain't like you're trying to really like jump and work with Gunna, but
Later that night, Thug linked up with T.I. and posted a story saying he did it the right way out, another clear jab at Gunna. T.I. sided with Thug, but fans warned him, "Stop trolling Gunna, it's only going to hurt him legally." But instead, Thug doubled down. Academics revealed Thug had been making calls from jail, telling rappers to cut Gunna off.
And you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes confirmed.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrant and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
That info mysteriously leaked to academics a year after Thug's release. Fans believe Thug himself fed the story, using AK as a messenger since he couldn't say it publicly. Finally, Gunna responded, but through his lawyer. The statement read, "I was Gunna's attorney. He did not cooperate. He did not affect Thug's case in any way."
He just implicated YSL being so now he's home, right? All the people who's locked up, like Jeffrey, like Young Thug, now he can't go with that defense. He can't go with the defense of saying, I'm a record label.
The lawyer added that Gunna spent 8 months in jail, took an Alfred plea, and walked away with a suspended sentence, no probation, no restrictions. He wasn't named as a witness, and his plea deal never touched Thug's trial. Since then, Gunna's toured the world, gained international fame, and made millions, while Thug pled no contest after 30 months locked up and is stuck with 15 years of probation. The lawyer ended by saying, "Enough is enough." This triggered Tekashi 69 to chime in, claiming Gunna's deal still affected Thug.
I'm going to tell you some things that you're going to have to take my word or don't believe it. It's fine. I don't care either or. When Fonnie Willis started targeting YSL, Fonnie Willis had a bunch of people to target. She wanted Thug. She got YFN. So she got YSL, YFN. Eventually, they were going to get to 4PF. That's one of the reasons they changed their names, by the way. Except, from what I heard, the feds told them, it's okay, we got it. So the feds told him, like, it's okay if you dismiss the charge. So they didn't go that hard with trying to get Dirk, especially after Von died. They dropped that case. They dropped it, but the feds has realized we gonna get Dirk eventually. Doing the math? You see why Lil Baby is moving the way he been? Because Lil Baby hasn't been on Fed watch. He's been on county, state.
But Gunna's plea didn't just impact Thug, it also damaged his relationship with Lil Baby. Insiders reveal that once fans understand how Gunna snitching played out in the YSL case, it's clear why Baby and Thug will never rock with him again.
Like, come on, bro, you know what's finna go on. Like, how the hell you can, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even like that, man. Them got tickets on a lot of these folks, I'm telling you.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who was that said that about the tickets?
Unc, the unidentified male that was being referred to as Unc.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders?
Correct.
And what, in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by a price? What do you mean on somebody's head? What is that?
Like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Harm. Or
and who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
Dominique Jones had wanted to have people harmed.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
It gets deeper. At a recent court hearing, investigators admitted they're reviewing wiretaps that allegedly have Lil Baby putting money on people's heads, similar to Lil Durk's case. And here's the crazy connection. The female officer thugged dissing money on money. That's the same investigator, Vivrio, the one who caught Baby on the wiretap, and also the one who worked with Gunna on his plea. So now the big question is, who really snitched? Was it Young Thug? Was it Gunna? Drop your thought below. And don't forget to like this video if you're a fan of either one.